All right, welcome to the Haters Ball. It's your boy, Dumb It Down. I'm here with my younger brother, B-Dog,
Yo,
and my older brother, the Old Baldy.
Yeah, man, had to get on early today. Kids in the background. Well, this is a special occasion. I gotta be here for B Dog, man. This is what he been waiting for.
special occasion pod,
Right.
emergency pod.
Emergency podcast, man. We heard this new J. Cole album just dropped, or project, whatever you want to call it, mixtape. I don't know what it's called, but man, everybody's been talking about it, man. This diss, right? But I want to talk about the whole album because everyone's talking about this 7-minute drill as if it's the only diss on the album. But really, this whole thing got disses throughout, man. And so I'm excited to break it down and talk about the album as a whole. What's your overall thoughts, real quick, before we get in? What y'all think of the album? Baldy, you go first. You the J. Cole hater.
Okay, I mean, I guess I'll take that. But I think this the rapping on here is great. I didn't like some of these hooks, but I mean that's not the end of the world. So for this, it's a kind of mixtape type of release. I'm assuming these are like the throwaways from his album, maybe. He said he got two in the tuck. We'll talk about that when he later on. So he says he got some stuff. So a lot of the stuff on here I thought was good, but I'm just like, okay, if these are the throwaways, then his real album should be pretty nice, man. He's rapping for real.
Agreed. Yeah. What you think, B Dog?
Yeah, I think this. I classify. I think it's a mixtape. So yeah, I think it's some throwaway songs on here. Like I said, 2 years ago when I went to Dreamville, he dropped the mixtape with DJ Drama. So I think it's that same type of thing. Um, to me, it's good. It's good. I like it. There is some, like you said, there's some choruses, some hooks. I'm not a big fan of. Definitely Drake influence. He trying to do some of the singing your song hooks, but I ain't mad at it for a mixtape.
All right. I got a lot to say about this album, man. I know you do too, B Dog. But I first, a lot of people came out, dropped their reactions last night. I don't know how people do this, man. This YouTube game to me is gross. All right, it's just people all went and listened to the one song and like missed all the other stuff he said on a lot of other songs. I don't even think the 7-minute drill is the biggest diss, and so we're gonna get to it as we go through the album. But I think you're just silly to come out here and judge. I saw Fantano drop a thing of dissing the diss track. I see a lot of people who I got respect for, man, that out here just missing it, just looking stupid to me because they're not catching any of the bars. They didn't listen to it. And to me, it just make you look like you lose credibility when you do that. So I want to talk about the whole thing.
Really now, YouTubers who have trash podcasts are kind of trash. Surprise. This is why the Haters Ball exists, man. If we thought we was being served, we wouldn't have started this channel.
Facts, man. So all right, let's get into the very first song, man. Pricey. Let's go through it track by track, man. What y'all thought of this one?
Fire. I love this song. This is fire. Great intro.
Agreed. And this is where I want to start, man, because I feel like he's dissing Kendrick on this track. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
And
Go ahead.
I have a question about that because obviously this was already in the works before Kendrick dissed them.
Right.
Mike Delete Later Volume 1 came out maybe a week before or maybe 2 weeks before
And that's the
the other
Crocodile
one.
Tear song. Yeah. That's the next track.
So yeah, exactly. So do you think J. Cole make this project already having intentions of throwing jabs at Kendrick this whole time?
Listen, I know people been saying, listen, now, and this is, we got to get into, it's hard to, find what order to talk about this stuff, because, Benny the Butcher was saying, or people would thought J. Cole was dissing Benny the Butcher on the, Johnny D's Caddy, right? And then now people been saying, oh, it was Kendrick he was dissing. So people been saying that J. Cole was dissing Kendrick in subliminals and stuff for a long time now, and there's different camps because it's not clear. The timeline's not clear. You know, that no one said names so far. Still, even as far as the like that diss from Kendrick, people were saying it's still more aimed at Drake. So some people feel like Kendrick and Cole are still friends. They're not really even trying to diss each other. It's like the whole thing is murky, you know, and that's part of what makes this interesting. But to me, who else is he talking about? To me, it's clear because who else could he be talking about? You know what I mean?
You're talking about and specify the bar. You're talking about where he says rapping tough, but all them niggas in your audience is bitches and white boys mostly. There's no a verse from Cole be like a signed Michael Jordan rookie card in mint condition.
Right.
And then you're talking about get your pillow soft, so kill the boss talk. Me to use a cyanide pill to a little cough drop.
Yeah.
It's the bill filled of hard knocks. They selling hard rock. More plugs than these is used to fill a bald spot. That's nasty.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying. These bars are nasty. I mean, so the reason why, because to me, it's like even when we go to the next track, I don't want to get off this track, but when we go to the next track, Crocodile Tears, and you talk about the people who you compare me to, they're not all actually on my level, right? I'm on a whole other level. You can't see me. Okay, the people he's compared to is Drake and Kendrick. He's rapping with Drake. So who's the bars at? And this is, like you said, this is the Mike Elite Label Volume 1, well before the Like That song. So I feel like, yeah, I don't think they're friends. Some people are saying that this is, you know, friendly competition. I don't think so. I read this a whole other way now. You know, on our last podcast when we talked about this, I talked about how I felt like J. Cole wouldn't even respond. I'm shocked. I was shocked he responded on Thursday. When I heard this, I was like, man, I'm shocked he responded. Whoa. So it made me look at this a whole other way. Because they can't be, I don't know. It's just, yeah, who else is he talking about?
I mean, are you sure that these are aimed at that or some other people that also are kind of tops in the industry? Are these more at different people? Okay. You know, is it all for one, or is it, you know, are these kind of spread around at others? Because I'm not sure quite who that could fit a couple people. I think I'm not, you know, but I would think maybe, I don't know what y'all think. Do you think those bars would just fit Kendrick, or would they fit some other people?
That's what I'm saying. It's so weird. I mean, I don't think they can only be for Kendrick just because I don't think that he's been dissing Kendrick before with the subs. I mean, maybe. Subliminals are subliminals, so they're always how you interpret them. But I don't know. Maybe. I just don't feel like that because in 7 Minute Drill, skipping to that part, the way he addressed Kendrick on there seems very direct. Yeah. This is for you, and everything else is sub. So that's why I think it's hard to tell.
And why I think it's just, I think that's the only one he recorded after the Like That song. We know some of this is recorded before, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think the 7 Minute Drill is more direct because it's recorded. It's clearly recorded after. You know what I mean? And it might not even be the only one, but it's clearly recorded after. We know some of it's not. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like that's why it's more direct than some of the other stuff. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, hey, I could reach it. But go ahead. What are you gonna say? All right, yeah. So, I just feel like, okay, so we can move on. I love the Pricey song. I think this is a jam. I think it's definitely a good song, and I think that was a good diss. I do think, and this is part of my problem. I'm gonna get right to it right now, man. All these people who are online right now saying this Kendrick song is trash. I mean, I'm sorry, this 7 Minute Later song is trash. All these people coming out saying, "Oh, this was the weakest diss ever." All this stuff like that. I agree with Cole, man. His fans are a lot of white boys. A lot of white people. Yeah. He makes music for
the weakest diss ever. That's crazy to me. There's some bad disses out here, man. So I'm surprised by that. I mean, but hey, I guess we'll get into it a little bit more when we talk about some of these other people, what they're saying. I don't understand it.
Yeah, all right, so then we can move on. We already started talking about, but this Crocodile Tear song was the Mike Elite Later Volume 1. And when this song came out on YouTube at first, or with the in the snippet in the video, everybody was saying how they were hyped. It was hot. It was dope. And now people like trying to change their tune. So what y'all think of this song?
Fire. This song is fire too. Love it.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah. And then
Beat is crazy.
And then again, here to me, another diss right here. Like when he says, when people prone to shoot first, but they run their mouth last. If you run your mouth, you going out sad. Whole clip getting slid on like a mouse pad. I'm the one that people feel on the low ski. Heard them talking like we peers, but they grossly mistaken and it's blatant. Crocodile tears. I'm on a tier that they don't see. My dogs only shed tears and emojis. We in another hemisphere, splitting proceeds. How dare rub his hands on this trophy. I vividly remember who was there. And then obviously the part that's left out is Kobe. And so he's saying this dude's not Kobe, right? Don't put his hand on the trophy, all right? You not like that. This is to me a complete direct diss at Kendrick again. Who else is he talking about?
I mean, it's gotta be. I don't know who. I don't know who else fits. I don't know. This is more general. This could be interpreted different ways, I guess. So I don't know who you would have.
Who else are they talking like he's peers, but they grossly mistaken? Crocodile Tears. Who else is on his tier? Who else do people say is on his tier, but they can't see him?
I mean, right now, as far as rapping ability, nobody. I mean, like none of the more famous rappers, at least.
Well, what I'm just saying, even in general public, who else is on his tier? It just doesn't make sense. I think people gotta understand that this whole album is a diss at Kendrick. That's what I feel like people gotta understand. Instead of just looking at this, we can't even talk about the beef correctly if we don't understand that this is not a one diss song. This is an EP of disses at you.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do y'all think then that he knew that this was coming or something like that?
Go ahead.
That's what I wonder. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too. Because going off of your theory, either he was setting this up for Kendrick to jump out of the window, or he heard the disc before, which is possible. Because like I said, Travis Scott did ask them to play it, and they played it earlier. Not Kendrick's part though, so I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, he could have heard it before. I mean, stuff gets leaked in the industry all the time. People know when stuff is coming, so it is possible. But
I mean, they could have just said, "Yo, Kendrick got bars for you, or you and Drake on this album," and maybe because if this stuff wasn't going on, I think these would not be interpreted as this. All these subs, they'd just be subs.
Yeah.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying. This is what kind of made me the disc kind of made me look at the whole thing differently. But my thing is just like I said, people were already saying, "Yeah, Matt, 2 in a week, man. What's up? Thanks for joining in, man. We had to talk about this disc." But my thing is that people. Matt, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, what's up to Matt? Go ahead.
The people who have been saying that all of the subs, like on Johnny P. Caddy and stuff like that, were disses in before. I feel like those people are right now. It's just showing that those people are right because, Benny the Butcher had an interview and people were saying the disses were at him, and Benny the Butcher said, the people who they compare him to, that's who the song's going at. So it's either Drake or Kendrick. Those who he compare him to. Yeah. Right now, Benny could be wrong. But if J. Cole was trying not to start beef, he wouldn't have let these thoughts fly for so long. For years now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm liking where you're taking us, dumb it down. I'm with you. I'm riding right now.
You've been thinking about it, man. You've been doing analysis, dog.
Yeah, you going there right now. You going crazy.
You're looking like one of them murder solvers. Like you got
exactly.
Packed up with all the things going across it.
Well, listen, my thing is just that because people say that he also Future on this song too, on this same song that you saying he maybe didn't diss Kendrick, but let me find the part. Hold on, where he dissed Future because he talked about Pluto. Let me pull it up.
Yes,
Yeah.
right here. It's right here.
Yeah.
He says, "Yes, sir, it's me, not two, not three, the Uno, GOAT. I need my feet. Kudos. G4, at least these flights ain't cheap as you know. They sounded faded, they downgraded, they Pluto. I'm bigger than Mars. This a star, I'm Bruno. I'm the one they call when they want a song to a funeral. Want a song to a funeral. Yeah.
Right.
So and then wait, the next line could be a Future thing too. He says, "Camp with broads, what y'all niggas on? Hoes communal." So because it seemed like if that whole thing was about women or spurred by women at Drake, and they emotional about it, that he's like clearly saying like, "What are y'all on, man? Like these loose ladies are for everyone." So it's does seem odd. I mean, that could be Future. This is obviously the Pluto reference.
Yeah, but not just this Future. He's saying like, if you really wanted someone to kill a song, you would call me. You called him. You downgraded. You downgraded to Pluto. I'm Mars. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I think it's a diss at both of them. It's still diss at Kendrick. It's like I feel like I just feel like it's clear.
It clearly does. I mean, like I said, now that we had this, it does seem like these all fit. So what you put together, this puzzle you put together, is making a lot of sense, man. We got it, man. Interview, call Cole up, man. Call his agent, man. Tell him to come on the show, man, and break it down with it. Man.
Dumping down doing the science on it right now.
Listen, man. I don't listen. This is just what I hear. This is what I hear, and this is why I got so much beef. Look, I got beef for all. For those just coming in, man, I got beef with all the YouTubers that went online at 12:30 Thursday night and went and did an analysis on one song. You skipped the whole album and went to the last song because you read that there was a diss. I don't even know if some of these people listened. They just read it was a diss and went and gave it an analysis. Like you,
they was on at 12:05, bro. It was on at 12:05.
Yeah, like you didn't listen to the album. You don't have your thoughts are foolish. So I just feel like I lost a lot of respect yesterday. A lot of respect for people. So yeah, man.
It's not surprising, man. It seemed like that's the game. You get on here, and and you were thinking, man, that's why you decided to do this show because too many people just doing clickbait. They just putting their first thing out. They're not thinking, folks.
Right. So I thought this was a good song. It was a good song when it dropped the snippet, the half of it dropped. I think this is at Future. Definitely this is at Kendrick. How can we talking about two different verses, and where there's disses. How could this not be? This is a diss song, and it's a title is a diss. The title's a diss. There's the first verse got disses. The second verse got disses. How is he not talking about Kendrick? So I think it's obvious to me. So let's go on to the next one, man.
All right.
The Ready
24?
D-Dog, what you thought?
Fire to me too. So far, I'm loving every song.
Agreed. This is
that's how I felt when I turned this on. That's how I felt. I thought that some of the chorus issues that I had were a little bit later, but I mean every verse when you get up to this point, or as we go on through the whole thing, every verse on here these verses are great.
Right. These verses are dope. I love this beat. This is obviously that old Dipset song, Ready. But I think Cole, just went hard on this song. I love his verses on there. So, yeah. You had any disses on this one? Any disses on this one? Not that I saw really. Or at least not any obvious ones. But this is he's always got like just random lines that could be attributed to anybody. But yeah. But I think it's dope. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's a good one. And Cameron was alright on it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so then
I like hearing Cam on the song for I ain't heard Cam in a minute.
Yeah, I thought his verse was dope. So I thought this whole song is probably my favorite song on the album, but just for the beat. So great. All right, what about Hunt Wabbits?
No, this is fire too to me.
All right, that's all.
I
That's
like
your
this
whole
one a lot.
analysis. B Dog is every track fire. Every track fire.
Yeah, it don't fall, the middle part. It'll. But these right here is yeah. It don't start falling. Six is not my favorite, but we'll get to that later. So Hunt Rabbits, I love this song, man. It's crazy to me.
All right, all right. Yeah, yeah. I think this is a great track. What about you, Baldy?
Oh, I like the song. I'm looking right now. I'm seeing on Genius people saying that they got this is on hit too.
Yeah, yeah. There are. Uh, so, let's see. I
I
just
think these are reasons though.
yeah. I
I think
don't
these are
think these are
reasons.
as obvious. What are people saying
Mhm.
on there? What are people saying?
They're talking about the part at the end on in the third verse, second verse, where he goes through the like the what's the foghorn leghorn, where he's like, "Look at
Yeah,
you, son. Look at what you've become." Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he goes on and stuff like that. But yeah, I see this dude trying to annotate talking about that's talking about Kendrick in that way or whatever. Um, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the verses were dope though. Regardless, it's a good
Yeah,
song. I don't think every song got to be necessarily this, but
that could be a throwaway from that. Like I said, I just wonder how many of these are throwaways from his album, and then how
they,
many of these are songs that he was holding. You know what I'm saying that he already then he recorded after he heard this. How many of them he already had where he redid the verses on? I don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
I mean that's true. He could just have went back and redone some verses. I mean that's true. Like we're gonna get to Pie, and I wonder if Absol was on it when he knew it was a diss, or if he came on, J Cole changed something, or I don't know, because that's the worst diss. That's the actual diss track. If everyone's gonna skip to a diss track, that's the one that everyone should have went
that's
to.
my favorite song on the album to me.
So
Which one?
But
Pie,
Pie,
Pie. We can,
well,
Okay, all
Absol,
right, yeah, yeah,
Daylight.
yeah.
yeah,
But
All right, yeah,
on
yeah.
this Hunt Weapons, he does reference "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac on there. So
yeah. I think
that's what. Yeah, I think he. Yeah, see, if that was recorded
to
before,
me this more song is more like just little nods that like if somebody comes, I'm ready for it. Like not that
yeah.
actual dis. There's nothing actual like to say about
But
Kendrick
that's
on
what
this
I'm
album.
saying. That's what makes me think that he had this set up to make Kendrick jump out the window or make somebody jump out the window. Like, there's your chance if you're gonna take it.
Exactly, and this is what I'm
So
saying, man. I think he's been playing chess because I got to take at the end my theory on why this whole thing gone down. So let's jump to let's see what's the next track we got.
HYB.
HYB. I thought this is one of the worst tracks on the album.
I thought it was alright.
Yeah,
Central C is cold.
I like the verses on there. Yeah,
yeah.
I like the verses.
All right, look, listen.
Let me see.
I'm not like I don't hate the song. I just feel like it's just okay to me. All right. So if somebody was gonna call songs skips, to me it's HYB and Fever. Those are the skips on the song.
Yes, you're right. Both of those songs are more like
Oh, Fever for sure.
summery song, like girl, like they just whatever. They like girl songs. They remind like this some Drake stuff right here.
Right.
I hate Fever, but I always hate these type of songs. So I mean, I'm not going.
She giving me
I think
fever. Hey, that like
they could be done well, but I ain't like this one at all.
All right.
they
So
like yeah, they girl songs to me. Like they definitely throwaways. I hope they don't have none of these on the album.
He gonna have one, man. You got to have at least one. That's how you make it.
Yeah,
Look, man, people, this is a funny analysis to me. People talking about how with the comparisons to Kendrick. I was surprised to see how many people love "Damn," and how
yeah.
people talk about it like a classic. Because there's songs on there that people love that I think are absolute trash, like "Love." But people love that, like they love those songs, and I'd be like, "What? This is trash!" Like, so I'm never gonna understand what other people see or hear out here.
yeah, Matt in the chat said clickbait title, dumb it down, hates the United Kingdom. For my Central C take, I guess.
That's funny.
Good title. Good titles, man. We need you on the production side, Matt. All right, let's move on, man. To the Sticks and Stones. What y'all think of this one?
All right, cool. Sticks and Stones, Fire versus
Fire! I knew it was coming.
Fire versus dog.
Fire.
That's what I'm saying. 4 and 5 were the only songs that I'm like, you could have kept that Cole to me, but
Agreed.
man, Adam. Like I said, the Fever song and stuff like that, like he'll play that.
It's for girls. It's a record for the ladies.
It's chilling.
Yeah. It's a record for the ladies. I get it. I'm
gonna go on a tangent another episode. Remind me on another episode to talk about why ladies don't like cool stuff, why they like this whack stuff. But that's fine. We'll talk about that another day. I don't want to get distracted from it.
Yeah, all right. So then the Sticks and Stones, because he definitely got disses on this one too, man. He definitely got disses on this one too. I know he says in the first verse, he says that these people get rich and become so detached, they usually start to have that surface feel. And he says, not a subliminal. Speaking in general, feelings get hurt when words get spilled. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but saying my name in a verse will kill. He said, word to the wise. We heard all them lines before. My number ones come from albums that there's burgers and fries to go. I just thought these bars are dope. These bars are dope.
Fire.
Is that a shot at Travis Scott?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. Baldy doing the science? Hold on. Travis Scott, the McDonald's deal? Okay, I got you.
I'm just asking. Look, I heard other people say this, man. I'm not coming up with this original. I don't care. I don't know if Cole cares about Travis Scott enough to diss him. But is he's clicked up on that side, right? Against them, right? So, or against him and Drake perceived.
That is the perceived.
That's the perceived
against
Drake.
Civil War, yeah.
And I think a lot of this stuff is against Drake, but does that mean that Cole would include him because of that? Is Cole that tight with Drake to be like, whoever dissed Drake is dissing me? I don't know if that's the case, but what do I know, man? I mean, they the Spider-Man meme and all that stuff.
Yeah, they picked a bad time to go at Drake if that's the case, because you waited until Cole started standing next to him to go at him. It just seems miscalculated by everybody else.
No, Drake calculated was like, oh, they mad. Nah, I must have got with the wrong girl this time. And let me get Cole on my team.
We'll see. I don't know, man. I wish. Listen, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait. I wish that people would just start. Maybe they say something at the Dreamville Fest. Cole gets on stage and says something. But I wish people would just like get ready, just like to spill the tea, just say what's happened. Why is this happening? You know, instead of all
Does that happen afterwards?
That comes after.
Do we get the last real live from Nas? You know what I'm saying? Afterwards, where is that what it's called? Yeah. Where he goes through and he explains the whole beef and he goes through everything on God's side. I mean, that's after the fact, right? After he won. If you lose, you don't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a victory lap type track.
Well, that's the thing is that people hold the receipts for the diss. So it's like whatever happened, they're not gonna say it until after, like for the diss. So like to diss you. So that's the thing. So it's people waiting. That's why I feel like there's these bait tracks, and then like the stuff is gonna get talked about on the tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and had Cole not been standing next to Drake for all of this, people would think some of this is subliminals at Drake too. Yeah. My number ones come from albums. There's burgers and fries to go. Like that's very Drake-ish. Like a lot of your number ones are just singles. My stuff come off the album naturally. So
even the first song, Pricey, the your audience is women and white dudes or whatever. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's for Drake, but they still rapping. They just did a tour together. So to me, that just it's hard to believe.
I really think Cole made this project with the intention. Like I think he wanted the rap beef. Honestly, like this one box I wanted to check off. Like it seems like, well, it doesn't seem like he's been saying like there's boxes that when he looked at his career, he's like I never checked these boxes off. So he wanted to do. So he started working with other artists, getting different producers. Mm-hmm. I think the rap beef might have been one of those boxes.
Maybe, but that's what it just seems so what everyone feels like the perception of Cole, they feel like that seems so foreign. They feel like, oh, he wouldn't. Why would he start beef? Even in Middle Child, he said not just beef for cloud or anything like that. So, everyone feels like that just seems so out of character for him that he would just start a beef. So my
But he's not
in the
starting
verse
beef.
in verse 2 on the song, he talk about that. He said, "So much drama on the street, feel the beef is random."
right.
He got a bar on this verse that's so hard, man. What he said? He said, "Skeeting on 1,000 count sheets. I'm hitting freaks in tandems, bust them down, then throw them in the cab like they from East Atlanta." Ooh, dog, that shit had me. I was in the car like, ooh.
Yeah,
That is a dope one, man. That is a dope one.
Yeah, that's dope. That's funny. That is a good one. That's a good one. That's awesome. Yeah, he got a few like that. To me, where he does a lot of the there's homonyms where he, breaks the word down into different words to make the entendre. I think he has a lot of those in this album. But even the second verse on Sticks and Stones, I mean, people a lot of people saying it's shots on here too. So weekends want to walk inside my sneakers, watch from the bleachers. Only time that they see the roles of verses if they least a fan of. Yeah.
Woo!
I mean,
that's a nasty one.
Yeah, these are all great bars, man. All right, so yeah, I mean, even says it says I was gonna hit a lick. He says hold on, what did he say? Hold on, yeah, I was gonna hit a lick, break bread with my dog, split a loaf, and take over the game. Make sure that my name's considered the GOAT. Now I'm back home as the best in the world. The fall off come, hit the growth. So. I feel like he's just saying that he was out of town when the verse first happened, when that diss track first happened, and he came back, and maybe now he's ready for war. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. And there's a lot of dogs. I don't know. I got to go back and analyze how many times he used dogs before Drake was all the dogs and all of this stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like there's a lot of.
Yeah.
I'm with my dogs on this one, so we'll see.
All right. Well, Pie. This is the main event. This is the main event.
Oof.
Pie. This is the diss. Everybody who's got all these breakdowns on 7-minute drill, they missed it. Pie is the actual diss song. To me.
Now, when I first saw this song, I was like, I saw Daylight. Like, why he got them? But they killed this shit. Honestly,
Yeah.
they were great on it.
Their back and forth was amazing. And I listen. I got love for Daylight. The battle rap crowd. Their music never really takes off. But he also produced this track, right? So I got mad respect to him. Going back and forth with Absol, great verses. Yeah, mad respect.
Yeah, I never would expect back and forth between them. I don't know their relationship or whatever. So I thought this was cool.
Yeah, man. And
I think Daylight is TDE as well. That's far. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed to. I think he signed to like a something under TDE. Yeah, but yeah, they in that camp. So the fact that two people from that camp on this track with Cole is dissing Kendrick, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that says, man. But when we look at this verse, it says, he says, I dance as well as Chris Breezy when the bullet starts straying careless, right? So obviously, Kendrick strays at him. He said, I won't let him Swiss cheese me. Got plans that I can't fail at. Seen plenty of bodies trembling, resembling Cam Reddish. Like, that's a great bar. So full of potential, but never given a real chance to develop. Like, this dude, Cam Reddish, wasn't he first pick? Or something like that? Or he was the first round pick, for sure. He was first round pick.
Yeah.
Never got a real chance to develop. So then he says, his album dropped, it was trash, right? First off, I don't know how people miss this. It's absolutely obvious that he's talking about Kendrick here.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I literate, right? Like trash, literate, like illiterate. I can't spell it. Is you a demon or is that the meaning for the gram? Tell us they plead the fifth. I'm seeing hints of a trans fella. In cancel culture's vicinity, he's no killer, trust me. but beneath his chosen identity, there's still a pussy. Period. Those are the hardest bars at Kendrick right there.
Yeah. Excuse me.
What y'all think of this right here?
Cole,
Go ahead, B-Dog.
he's been alluded to, even on 7 Minute Drill, he alludes to Kendrick being a different type of way behind the scenes a lot. So that was what made me think Cole got more to tank for him in case Kendrick drop out the window. He knows something that we don't know for sure.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And this is why I feel like this is a real beef. People saying it's just friendly competition. I feel like this is real, man. Because even if we go back to Johnny P. Caddy, is it real? He said, I put your favorite rappers neck in the noose. And that's when he started talking all the gun bars. He was like, he started saying, like, oh, all these other people fake. Now I realize everybody's fake. I don't mind. I'll just lie too. Right? And then Secret Recipe, he says that people fake progressive and woke. I started saying less. Don't ask how they feel about no rappers. They okay, I guess. I feel like he been saying that Kendrick's fake for a while now.
I agree. It's starting to line up. It's starting to add up.
Matt, I know you're saying you think it's got 100% Kendrick. Who else is doing the trans? Who had a trans, gender song? That's Kendrick. These lines are for him. And a lot of people are saying this is transphobic. What do y'all think? Let's talk about that, because people are trying to cancel J. Cole for these bars right here.
I don't care about none of that shit. I don't want to hear that.
Get out of here, man, with that bullshit, man. Who cares about that, man? It's hip hop, man. I hate them soft people. You soft like that? Go listen to another genre, man. Go listen to like yacht rock or something, man. Like, what are you doing? It's a rap beef. And the thing that's crazy to me is these same people be cool with mad niggas getting killed. Right. They cool with drug dealing. They cool with slapping women. They cool with all this other stuff in the rap. All this type of stuff you hear. But then they be like, "Oh my gosh, is he transphobic?" Man, shut up.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, the verse, the lines aren't like anti. They're not even anti-trans. He's just saying that Kendrick's chosen identity, which is that he's a killer. He's not really.
Yeah.
That's what the bar comes down to. He's not anti-trans. He said he's chosen identity is that he's a killer, but that's not who he really is, and that's it. That's the bar. Like, if you want to read too far into it or whatever, but and so yeah, and then again, Matt, why it's 100% Kendrick? Because he's talking about. Then he goes into the where breaks a karate chop, maximize the dojo. He talks, and then he says the sensei.
That part was crazy.
Yeah. Based on what their sensei, probably not hit a lick after lick like a lollipop. You take a lie detector, the polygraph will probably pop. You know my zone. I live here at the top right now. I'm home alone. Macaulay Cop. I keep the shoddy cock in case somebody plot to rob me on my golly spot. Jermaine Monstrous. All these bars are this is verse of the year, and he says it at the end of the thing.
Yes.
Too. This is verse of the year right here.
Yes. I love that.
I don't know about that, but I love the verse.
His verse
is great.
I keep the shoddy cock in case somebody plots to rob me of my godly spot. Like, I'm willing to go into the Lions Den. He's willing to fight for his number one spot, and I like that. That's what we've been waiting for all of these years. So I love to hear that, man.
Yeah. And then he says all these bodies I done caught, I should probably stop. Nah, F that. I'm willing to venture into the lions, into the den full of lions on some killer, be sent to a funeral home facility to test my ability with this thrilling agenda. But it's hard to meet my match when my raps ain't really that tender. So, since birth, the kid knew his worth, never wallowed in sorrow. The game he dispersed in these verses bring Gilly potential and Millie for pencils. That's a dope bar right there. And Wallow, Gilly, $1 million in the game. Oh, come on, dog. Come on. This is Great. These are great lines. Now, please hold your L like you guarding that Phillies young center. Come on, man. Come on. These are dope bars.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is verse of the year. How many verses of the year this year Cole going right? This verse of the year.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, I think this is a great verse. So I agree all the way.
What you got is better than this then? What you got is better than this as a verse?
I don't know, man. We ain't doing no verse descriptions, comparisons right now, man.
All right. Then
let's go through the rest of this album, man. We gonna be on here all day.
Yeah. All right. So Stealth Mode, I thought was dope.
Great song.
Y'all, all right. Yeah, let me tell me what y'all got thoughts. Y'all got thoughts on 3001? It's the other Mike Delete later.
The other snippet.
Yeah.
This one sounded. I like it a lot more than when I heard the clip. I like how it is on this album because on this volume 2, right? Mike Delete later. Everybody, I didn't like it as much as 1, which I still don't, but it sounds a lot better on this whole project to me. Put together.
Yeah. Wait, say it again?
I was saying that this is the snippet from Volume 2, or I guess it was the whole song on Volume 2, right?
No, it was not the whole song. But yeah, it's a snippet of Volume 2, yeah.
It had kind of let me down when I heard it on Volume 2 because it wasn't the same energy as Volume 1, but listening to it on this project, I'm not as disappointed as I was, for sure.
Agreed. I like it more on the album. Definitely. But it's cool. It's one of my least favorites on the album, though. I would say this is third after the the HYB and Fever. To me, this is the third worst. Is what I would say.
Okay.
But
I don't know about.
I just love all the rest of these songs. I love the rest of these songs. So I mean, that's all. Traded Truth and Ibiza is a great song too. I love that song.
Cool song.
This would be my third from last right here.
Okay. All right. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think this is on this too, man. But we don't have to keep going through them. Let's get to the main diss. But I do want to say he also talks on this song. He talks about how trying to build bridges with people that burn them. Again, to me, alludes to like I said, it's all gonna come with my theory at the end after we talk about this. I got a theory of why this beef is going down. So let's get to the main song everyone's been talking about though, the 7-minute drill. All right. So what y'all think of this? If you took this as a solo diss record, what would you say about it? Let's start with the Baldy.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a good diss. I mean, it's a warm up diss. I took this as the like the Stillmatic freestyle or something of the beef. Like it's a response, but it ain't a response. You know what I mean? Like it's the same level of response to what Kendrick did. I thought Kendrick said certain things, but didn't necessarily call names or be too vulgar with it. So I thought that was basically what this is. Are you gonna make another move? This is you pull your knight out when you're playing chess. Okay, I might do something, you know what I'm saying? I might castle or something, but I'm not exactly bringing the queen out yet. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I think this is definitely a warning shot. This is a, definitely a warning shot. But is that because people are talking about the quality of it, like saying this is the worst diss track. So is this?
That's nonsense.
So do you feel like we shouldn't consider it a diss track?
No, it's a diss track. It's got disses. But I mean, the worst ever. That's crazy talk. I just don't understand that. So this is a diss track. I would say it is competently executed at this stage. I'm not sure what
does he score points on Kendrick from it though. Does he score points on Kendrick from it? Kendrick's let's
I definitely think he scores points.
What's he responding to? Let's talk about what he's responding to real quick. Because what did Kendrick say on like that was at J. Cole that he had to respond to?
That's why
it could be interpreted different ways.
Yeah, so let's let's because I feel like this is the part that
Most
people
of it,
are not talking about. What are the disses? What are the lines that Kendrick scored on him?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of it was at Drake, but I think the F the Big Three thing was
Yeah.
mostly Cole because Cole's the one that says that the most.
Okay.
Uh, he says something about problem child. I got to go back. Let me look at the lyrics for like that. But
Uh,
he didn't. I mean, it wasn't much at Cole because he didn't diss Cole that much. That's why I like Cole's response to that.
okay. I feel like agreed. I don't think he dissed Cole that much. I think the things you could say to that he attributed to J. Cole are your career's a light pack and F the Big Three. It's just Big Me. So to me, both of those lines. All right. Let's give him the your career's a light pack is a good diss, a shot scored on J. Cole. All right. Then the F the Big Three is just Big Me. I mean, first off, it's not like it's some lyrical bar, right? How long did Kendrick have to think of that? Three and me, oh, they rhyme. Oh, great. Like that's what I was like. It's not like complicated, right?
Well, I
So
mean, look, man, this so your verse is not gonna be as complex as some people would make it. This is kind of how this is why like no Vaseline is effective.
yes, but
Or
he's talking disrespectfully on that. I'm just saying F the Big Three is Big Me is not like some thing I should be upset by, right?
yeah, it's not calling you a B word or something. Right.
So I mean, my thing is just yeah, I don't know. The Travis in the chat said the only downside to 7 minute drill is what? If he ain't dissing, we ain't discussing. Oh, okay, he brought it. Okay, all right. So let's talk about this track then. So he said light work. It's a cold word. Keep the heat on your seat. Got a phone call that somebody dissing. They want some attention. They come with extensions, right? Kendrick said that if they got to come with extensions, right?
Yeah, I like the chorus. The chorus was cool on him.
Yeah.
But we could get to the verses, man.
Okay. All right. So
He's still doing shows, but fell off like The Simpsons.
okay. People say that's a corny
Yeah, I
bar.
mean, I think that's pretty good. I mean,
I
the
feel like
show,
it's
The
fair.
Simpsons still on, but nobody watches it, or some people watch it, but not many, not nearly as many as used to.
Right. I
I
see
was
more
I used to
people
watch
watch
Simpsons
like
every
Family
weekend.
Guy and
Stop
stuff
watching.
than
Yeah.
Simpsons. Yeah. I don't. Sometimes I'd be surprised Simpsons still on. Like people talk, I'd be like, "Whoa, Simpsons still on?" Like I didn't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen that show in years.
So yeah, I don't
So I
know.
think that's a good line to use for a rapper. I mean, still doing shows, but they fell off. I think that's fair.
So all right,
And
then
then
Very
it
let's
goes to
fair.
the album breakdown.
the part that everyone's talking about is this album breakdown. All right, so he said your first one was classic, your last was tragic. He already said that on Pie that Mr. Morale was trash. Your second one
Mhm.
put people to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third one was
Facts.
massive, and that was your prime. So now let's talk about this, man. We gotta break this down. The second album he's talking about has to be To Pimp a Butterfly, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about is it classic like everyone says, or is it sleepy music?
That shit is trash. We
It's
know it's
sleepy and classic.
trash.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we y'all gotta check out our review of To Pimp a Butterfly. We dropped that a year ago. I feel like, but I don't.
Yeah, it don't hold up that well, man. It don't hold up like that. It was look at the time. I thought it was a very great album. And now, I never listened to it, and when I do, I don't love it like that. But I remember being impressed by a top rapper making an album in that vein at that time. So I think this critique is one that I appreciate. I don't know if that's appreciated by many, especially based on now seeing these reaction videos and stuff where people disagreeing with this. I like the way he did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Super Duper in the chat, he said this is trash, but he also says that T-Pab was the most overrated albums of all time. So to me, that is odd. Super, how you have both takes? To me, this is either he either said the truth or he did it. Like, to me, I don't get how it could be a bad diss and T-Pad be great and T-Pad be overrated. So Matt said he partially agrees. My only issue is J. Cole shouldn't be talking about albums. Okay, see, that's the other part people said. They said that a lot of people are saying Kendrick's worst album is better than J. Cole's best. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the catalog. Well,
that's a lie, man. There's places. Look, I hate on J. Cole's albums, or I'm perceived to hate on his albums. I think they're accurately rated as not having tons of staying power. But I don't think these Kendrick albums have that type of staying power. I think they overhype Damn. I think they overhype T-Pad. I think Mr. Morale is something I would never listen to again if I didn't have to check it that one time because it's Kendrick released it. So I think it's super overrated. People giving it awards. It didn't win like best rap album at the Grammys or something like that. That's trash.
Right. I agree, man. Listen. All right. So this is my experience. I was in college when this album dropped, man. And it's J. Cole, Kendrick. They always, since the 2010s, in that time from 2010 to 2015 or whatever, it was always, every release. My friends and I, listen to every J. Cole, every Kendrick release, right? Be in the car, jamming it, riding together. And I remember when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, man, it was people were calling it classic instantly, right? It was like the hour it dropped, it was like, oh, classic, right? Classic. And I remember listening, riding in the car with people listening, and then eventually, like a month later, like nobody listened to it, right? I always thought it was kind of boring. I never liked it as much as, because I'm a huge fan of Section 80. People think I'm a Kendrick hater. I'm a big fan of Section 80. B-Dog knows how much I played that album when we were in high school, right? But the Good Kid, Mad City was also a great album. But To Pimp a Butterfly was my first disappointment with Kendrick, right? But that was also where his stock like shot out of the sky. It was like, so it was odd to me. Like, to me, he dropped his worst album, but his height was greater than ever. You know what I mean?
That's how it goes.
So I just feel like I completely agree with what J. Cole is saying. It to me, it was sleepy, and people gassed it. Like a month later, nobody was listening to it, and I'm judging you if you listen to it now, man. If I roll in your car and you listen to the dude screaming on the track, or this dick ain't free, I'm judging you, dog. I'm judging you, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. All of that is trash. All of that is trash. Okay, so,
that's what I said earlier, man. That's how I feel about Damn, dog. I feel about like if I get in your car and you turn on Love and it's I wanna be with you, I'm like, dog, what are we listening to, man? That is trash. But people love that shit, man. I don't get it. So I'm inclined to agree with Cole here. And then he goes in, and further into it and things like that about how he's perceived the situation. Because I don't think that I think these albums have aged poorly to me. I didn't love Damn off rip. People say that's a classic now. I'm like, based on what? I think it has like 6 good songs, maybe out of 11, something like that. So I don't understand the overhype for some of this stuff. Even he says here that that's his prime.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I don't even agree with that because, like I said, to me, Kendrick's prime was Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City. I think, like you said, I think there's skips on there for sure. But hey, I mean, it has
I do think it's his. That's what I'm about to say. It's his prime as far as he was at his highest point in music at that point to me, where he couldn't be touched. He could have went on a run if he didn't disappear for 5 more years.
Right. He could have.
I don't even agree with that. He couldn't be touched. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Just what we're talking about is his standing in hip hop. The media.
I'm about to say the perception. Yeah, exactly.
He's
Hip-hop
5 years
media is
removed
garbage,
from
though.
that, 6 years removed from that, and people still, no matter what J. Cole said, people are still gonna give him the L because he still got stands like the wazoo. So Damn was like we're talking about like where he was in the media, not where he was musically.
Yeah, didn't they give him like a Pulitzer for that or something?
Yeah,
That's some
Pulitzer.
effing nonsense, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, man. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is a hazard out here, man. I think if you listen to that in your car, you might swerve off the road, dog. I think, matter of fact, there might be a lot of accidents caused because people are listening to Pimp a Butterfly. You know, you can call this number, man. I'm gonna start a new hotline. You know, 1-800-NOT-TPAB. 1-800-NOT-TPAB. Call if you may have been affected by someone swerving off the road listening to TPAB and falling asleep while driving, man. That's as bad as a DUI if you listen to that in your car.
I mean, it's similar to, that's the thing. Like, what people said, J. Cole can't say that. Can't say this. This is to me, the T-Pad is the same as the J. Cole people that criticize some of his albums. It's like it is not more that to me that album is just as bad or has just as little replay value as anything that's been released in the last 20 years or whatever.
Agreed. And this is not to say because people are gonna say, "Oh, y'all J. Cole stands." Now, let me make this clear. I don't think J. Cole's put out his best work recently either. All right,
not me.
J. Cole's best music to me was also Born Sinner, Friday Night Lights, Forest Hills Drive. I'm not
off season. I like off season.
And I know a lot of people like the off season, but to me that wasn't my favorite J. Cole track. And we talked about that before. And KOD was trash, right? And for Your Eyes Only, I would say is also boring. If I'm gonna call T-Pad boring, For Your Eyes Only is boring. So
definitely boring.
So yeah, we not before people say, "Oh, y'all J. Cole stands." Let's be clear. This is not. We talk about this whether this has merit, not whether J. Cole is just like some stratosphere above Kendrick, right?
Yeah. So let's go on. What else he said?
All right. So So then let's keep going. So I was trailing right behind you, and I just now hit mine. Now I'm in front of the line with a comfortable lead. How ironic! As soon as I got it, you want something with me. Well, he caught me at a perfect time. Jump up and see, boy. I got here off of bars. Not no control verse. See, people not catching this, man. All right, the control verse.
Okay.
Not no controversy.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
And look, I agree with everything he's saying so far.
Yeah, man. I think that control verse really did a lot for Kendrick's career, and can stay consistent, man. Jay Electronica washed him on that track. All Kendrick did was not bars. He just listed a bunch of names. If that gets you famous, then why isn't Game the greatest of all time? All right, like for real, list the names. Since when has that been a game changer?
He didn't even diss anybody on Control. He was just saying, "I'm trying to murder you niggas. I'm trying to get the #1 spot." That's all he said. Cole been saying that for 6 months already. Just because he didn't say people's name with it. Like, that's what makes me so mad about. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes me so mad about all of these Kendrick stands saying this verse is weak. Like, Kendrick don't diss nobody. He ain't never been in a ring with nobody. Y'all giving this dude so much benefit of the doubt, and he's never done anything. That's what don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's delivery, man. I think that's all it is delivery, man. I think it's delivery. Kendrick had great timing on his verse. The song he chose to be on, the album he chose to be on,
the beat was
helpful because a lot of people that wouldn't really listen to him like that, listen to that song and listen to him, maybe because of that. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Like they're not exactly his stands, but they're gonna run to a Future album, Future and Metro. You catch a Kendrick verse. Oh, and he's dissing Drake on there. That's gonna get more credibility. I think that maybe that's what it is because I don't know bar wise why that one is held in such high regard whereas this one has not been treated the same.
Yeah, man. I think I think the delivery is something people are talking about. People, if you don't rap like, if you don't sound like, I don't know, Alvin Chipmunk or Courage the Cowardly Dog, or I don't know, you don't have some high pitched voice on the track, then you don't got bars, dog. That's what it is. End of the day, if you don't got 5 different personalities like Nicki Minaj, you just not a great MC. That's all there is.
They just want you to sound angry on the track. They want you to yell and stuff. Like, That's what Kendrick did. It was a extremely upbeat track. He was yelling on the track, so I guess that conveys more energy. But the bars weren't better. I'm not gonna say this that Kendrick diss is better than this song. I don't agree with that.
Well, I think Kendrick had great, like the AK line, the K9 Pet Cemetery lines.
Yeah,
On he has some good wordplay on. I'm not gonna diss the like that song
yeah.
verse. It's a better beat. It's got. I would say overall, I like the like that song better than the 7 Minute Drill song. But when we talk about diss tracks, we're talking about the disses on like the disses contained in the record, not just the song as a whole. You know what I mean? Like I might yeah.
And again, I like I said, I have to agree with everything he's saying here. And so far to me, he hasn't told any lies about what he's talking about. I got here off bars, no controversy. You gonna go to the next part?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where we at? Yeah. Funny thing about it is I don't even want the prestige after Grammys because them crackers ain't done nothing for me. Again.
Ooh, wow. Super true. Anybody that's in the pick counting Grammys is a clown.
Yeah, or Pulitzers.
And that's what Kendrick Stands gonna say. That's what I like. Cole is taking apart basically every argument that the Kendrick Stands are gonna say. Because the Grammys don't matter. Oh, Kendrick got all these Grammys. Cole just as big as Kendrick, and he has 2 Grammys. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's be real. I mean, who are those people, man? The Grammy voters. They go back to what you talked about earlier about these white folks, different constituencies than the hip hop fans. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Same big as I gave him a Pulitzer.
Right, and my thing is like I just don't get how you count the Grammys. They gave a Grammy to Macklemore. Like, who cares who gets album of the year or who gets whatever? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't be like, oh, the Grammys are right when that argument worked for your artist, and then they're wrong when your artist loses. It just, to me, it's like, who cares about the Grammys? It's one or the other. Either you care about them or you don't. So don't complain when they get the album of the year wrong again next year. You know what I mean? Like, I've always hated the Grammys. We talked about this before. So yeah, man.
So the next line we got to talk about. He averaging one hard verse every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing him.
I think it's pure facts. Pure facts. I don't think there's a single hard verse on that Mr. Morale, and he don't do no features. So
I mean, there you go. I think that's all true. I don't see, like I said, I don't see where this ain't true, man. He said he messes with him. Push come to shove on his mic, I will humble him. I'm Nino with this thing. That's the New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money, crying tears before I busted him. I mean, that seems. Yeah. That's all. Fire. That's all fair. I don't have no issues with this. This is great to me. How can I don't know who's disputing these things are true. I guess I don't know the Kendrick fans, the stands. N95 is fire. Yeah. What is N95? Is it the one with a? Oh yeah. Okay, but please don't count no Baby Keem songs or no Mr. Morale songs.
My favorite song out there was always the one with Ghostface on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
N95 got Kodak on it.
Yeah. So, I think the second verse too, man. So we can get to the second verse, man. It's over for that cat. We officially cat pillars again. Once again, he's constantly talking about how this dude is lying. He's a liar, and this is my thing. This is set up. I think he knows something about Kendrick that we don't, and he's gonna say it if Kendrick says his name. I just think that people not catching that, like that he's constantly calling the dude a liar, constantly. So yeah, I mean. I
do want to say that beat switch to the Conductor Williams beat, that is fire too to me. I like the second beat better too.
Oh yeah, the second beat's much better. He could have just started with this.
Yeah, it got that more grimy feel. Like, I do think he would do his next diss on the Conductor beat. Like, I like Conductor makes great beats for disses to me. Nice
All right.
grimy beats.
Yeah, I agree. And then I mean, I think the last diss. Well, let's see. He says, "Your arms too short to box with God." Right. Talk about him being short, of course. Who live his life without the pressures of a constant facade. Once again, constantly calling this dude fake. I pray for peace, but if he sees the positive vibes, a Falcon 9 inside my pocket, this rocket gonna fly. That's a dope bar. And like I say, you keep alluding that he got bombs. He got bombs for Kendrick. So yeah, I mean, my text flooded with the hunger for a constant reply. I'm hesitant, love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real. It would feel like swatting the fly. 4 albums in 12 years. I could divide. Come on. Yeah. Well go ahead.
See, now this is where it starts to get a little disrespectful to me. Like, feel like swatting a fly. Like, Kendrick, you just a nuisance. Like, you ain't nothing. This would be nothing to me. I'm powered up right now. I like that Cole was saying all of this. The whole you waited until I got hot. Like, you waited until I get my moment where everybody is starting to recognize me as being the best. And then you want to come with this stuff. Like, the same thing with the Drake hate from his fans. Like, y'all all just teamed up and just decided, all right, this is the time now. These niggas is getting too powerful. I don't like it. So I like that they're addressing it, or at least Cole is addressing it.
Agreed. I like it. I like it too, man. I agree. And I think
Stone Temple Pilots line is great.
Right. 5 temples at your dome. We are Stone Temple Pilots. I think this is a great line as well. I think there's a lot of great lines on here. I just don't understand how people are sleeping on this or trying to crap on this. People say it's the delivery. He sounds like disinterested on the track.
I don't understand. Look, I don't know, man. I just can't. I don't understand what people be hearing. We just had this debate. We talked about Rock Marcy, and people said he's too calm. I don't know if you're too calm. You spitting? Is the bars fire? Is the energy on the song good? To me, that's what it is. This is not an aggressive. He's not angry. He's not trying to come off as angry. He's trying to come off as
I'm better than you.
I want to kill this dude. I'm just better than this guy. Like that's what I'm saying. People do want hit him up tight, kill your mama and your girlfriend. Like that's not necessary in this stage of the beef.
That's not how all disses have been. That's not how all disses have been. Like Takeover and stuff like that aren't like that. Like not all disses are angry. I mean, I just think that's a silly to put all disses in one simple box. I just feel like it's dumb. I don't know. People just want him to say F Kendrick. Like Kendrick just said F the big three. It's just big me. That's what people care about. They just want you to say a bunch of curse words, like hit him up, F Biggie Smalls, and the click you can't, that's what people want to hear. And that's just so, I don't know. That just tells me that you don't listen to it.
Well, no, I mean, that's fine when that's fine when it gets to that point. But yes, people don't listen to lyrics. Come on, we know that. But sometimes that's the beef. Sometimes the anger is the beef. I mean, I'm not just right to be that angry. He's showing hey, I'm displaying that I'm not. This ain't angering me. We in a calm mode. Nothing's happened to be that angry about.
Exactly.
Go to another place. That other place it could go is where it could go, and that's what he's saying. I mean, I don't understand really the acting like this is the only time this is going to happen. This is going to go throughout the whole year, and everybody's going to sell a bunch of records based on it. We got Future and them coming back next week. What they going to have?
Yep. We exactly. Have Kendrick come back on that. That'd be dope. I'd love to hear.
I was about to say, is Drake going to be on at the festival this weekend? Are they going to do something else? Are they going to do this song? Are they going is there going to be more? We don't know where it's going, but I think some people have premature takes.
Exactly. And that's what Cole said. You caught me at the perfect time. I'm getting off a tour. After this Sunday, I ain't got no other obligations. You caught me at the right time. So this can go there if this is where you want to take it. I don't understand. Don't get me wrong. I love a good hype yelling on the track song. Hit 'em Up is my favorite diss all time, even though I had that Tupac hate last week. But I love a good angry song. But Cole ain't there yet. And I can't picture Cole yelling on a song. I've never heard him mad like that. So I don't think we might not ever get that. But if the bars are good, what does it matter if he yell or not?
He could get mad. He's saying nothing happened that made me mad. That's perfectly fair. at this point in the beef. Maybe Kendrick say some stuff, or somebody got some dirt. If one of them is hiding a child or something. I mean, that's gonna change the tenor of the situation.
Yeah, so this is my theory. I don't think it's hiding the challenge. So Travis, the best disses may be considered disrespectful, are the disrespectful ones. All right, yeah. I would say yeah, that's true. The best ones are, if we talk.
We just heard one of the most devastating ones ever was story of Adidon and Pusha screaming on that.
Exactly, that's a good point.
He's very calm.
He's very calm on that. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love that girl. Make that porn star your world. Yeah, that's all he does. I mean, he's not.
Yeah,
you're right. Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. That's a great point. But Push got a different energy than J. Cole. I will say that.
I just think it's style, and he had means because he was angry at the time. He's saying like, "Look, you mentioned my wife. Now I'm gonna hit you with these bombs." And he said he had more, but we never heard him because Drake ran away. Right. But as far as what happened, it was a calmer situation. At this point, he is calm and saying he got more if you want it.
Right.
Yeah. You're gonna see.
Exactly. The first Pusha T diss on I don't remember what's the name of that song. What was the song called?
You talking about Infrared?
Yeah.
I was super calm, and this is the same thing. That's why I don't understand these people jumping out the window saying it's like it could go crazier from here.
Even like
Eminem has way worse distance. He has some terrible
distance. Yeah.
I'm like, how are we calling this the worst one? Have y'all heard Eminem's bars for these people?
But
did y'all hear the Black Slim Shady lately?
Well, but here's the thing. That's the thing. That's my issue. The Kendrick fans are just like the Eminem fans, and I think that's just the same way Eminem fans won't accept that he lost to MGK. The Kendrick fans will not accept the loss from J. Cole because
it's not a loss yet.
It's not. Well, I'm saying it's not. But they downplaying this diss track because here's the thing. There's two possible outcomes from this here. Because J. Cole's escalated it more. So Kendrick came out, escalated. First it was just subs, right? Kendrick came out and escalated it. Now J. Cole's responded, escalated it more. Kendrick now uses that to come out and say a name or escalate, go directly at J. Cole, and it's gonna and then J. Cole will use whatever knowledge he has whatever bombs he has to beat him, or Kendrick doesn't respond and he has to hold the L. If he doesn't respond, this is a loss. That's what we gotta understand.
It's a loss to me. I agree.
You think he's gonna run away from this?
I think so.
I mean, nothing has showed us that he would fight.
He didn't respond to anybody after the Control verse. Listen, I don't know if he'll respond, especially if he knows J. Cole knows something about him. You know what I mean?
What you think J. Cole could possibly know about him, man? Like he a big time Trump fan or something? Like what could it be? Like what he got a MAGA hat on? Like what could it be, dog?
So this is alright. So let me get into my theory of why this beef has occurred. This is all speculation. Okay. All right, all speculation. But listen, I listened to this album, and Hip Hop DX had a video where they broke down they were like, oh, this is a good time to go back to this video where they talked about the collab album they were supposed to have, right? The J. Cole Kendrick collab album. This has been a thing since 2010, right? When they were both starting out, they were talking about collabing. J. Cole did High Power on Section 80, Kendrick's first album.
Yeah.
So they been had a relationship from the beginning, and they talked about they advertised. They said they were gonna do an album together over and over again, plenty of times. J. Cole said he was producing all of it, right? So he was all about it. There was another clip where Kendrick was playing tracks from the album at his album signing and stuff like that. They have tracks, right? They're just never been released, right? And then, of course, they did the Black Friday little promotion, and everyone says when they did the Black Friday promotion, everyone says Kendrick killed J. Cole on that Black Friday promotion. Great, so they both released these tracks. Kendrick rapped over the Fire Squad or Tale of Two Cities?
Yeah,
Tale of Two Cities. Over the Tale of Two Cities beat, and then J. Cole rapped over All Right. Kendrick spazzed on his version. No lie. Kendrick got it, right? And then J. Cole uses the end of his verse to promote, seemingly, the album. He says, February, watch out February, and then the cuts off, right? Nothing came out in February. That time went and came and went, right? So here's my thing. For years, I always heard this rumor, and I thought that maybe they couldn't do it because of label politics, whatever, something was stopping it. But my thing is, there's something that went down in those times when they were trying to work together. For some reason, it fell through. And they have never, ever rapped together. Ever. Like, on the same beat. On the same beat. They've never done it except for the Jeezy record. It's a Jeezy record where he tricked them into it. He didn't tell them that they were on each other. Every other time, there's tracks where Kendrick's singing. Even on that Dreamville record, Kendrick's on the hook for the first song. But never are they in the same place. Even never they rap together. Just never. I think Kendrick's been ducking J. Cole. I think he's been ducking him. I think that's why J. Cole's been calling him fake for years now. I think that J. Cole really wanted to do this album for years. Really put his effort into it. Really made the beats. And I think Kendrick...
Some analysis, boy.
Doug, I think...
Some analysis.
I think Kendrick... I don't know. I feel like he maybe might have been... Everyone said, maybe J. Cole was getting washed because of the Black Friday thing, but for whatever reason, maybe J. Cole was getting the better of him. There was another interview where they said, in that Hip Hop DX video, where J. Cole did an interview and he was like, it's starting to get competitive. It's real competitive. Like, we trying to be the best. And then that's it. The next time you hear from it is, it's not happening. J. Cole probably started getting them on the tracks, and Kendrick was like, nah, that's not it. I'm not going to put this out. I won't put any of these tracks out. And then, after that, it's after they stopped, because after KOD came out, that's when J. Cole was like, it's not happening, it's never going to happen. Then J. Cole goes on his run from 2019 on, where he's like, I'm the best, I'm going to prove it. I'm getting on everybody's track, I'm going to prove it. Because Kendrick won't let me prove it on the track with him. He's running from me, he's ducking me, he's scared. I'm going to prove it to everybody else.
I'm rolling. Oh, man. I'm hyped. You're getting me hyped.
Wow. You're not getting this nowhere else. Wait, hold on, man. This is where the like and sub request comes in, man. Because you didn't get this nowhere else. You watch these other pods, they ain't have it. You know what I'm saying? You watch Rap Roundtable, Hip Hop, all according to Hip Hop, whoever it is, all these people, low-key biting the haters' ball. You know what I'm saying? Like and sub, dog. Let them know. We the number one on out here, bruh. Anyways, go ahead back to your theories, Sherlock. Dumb it down.
Yeah, Matt said he was ready to say tinfoil hat, but can't lie. You want it to be true. Listen, I just don't understand why. Here's my thing. Why I came to this conclusion. Why else did the album not come out? Not a single song drop from the album. Like J. Cole's rapped with Drake. He's rapped with everybody else. J. Cole, Dreamville signed under Interscope now, so it's like no label politics reason why they couldn't rap together.
Oh, damn! More, this has got some evidence on this, man.
Well,
you come in with evidence.
I mean, other TDE people were on the Dreamville record, right? Like, why is Kendrick not anywhere to be seen?
Even on this, you got Am Soul on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't think about it, man. I didn't think about it. Why you think that Ab-Soul would do this song and even let it come out, knowing that Cole got this is or whatever on it for Kendrick?
I don't know. Maybe Ab-Soul feel away too, man. I mean, Kendrick left that label. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they still cool.
He went to put on his boy what's his trash cousin name? Baby King.
Baby King.
From here, that one of the worst I ever heard. So, dang, man, yo, this is a theory, bro. This is real analysis. Like I said, you got the dots is connected, bro. Your board, the strings is going to the right places.
Yeah. My murder boy.
Yeah, we're gonna see if it really break down that way.
the thing is, so
you got to make a background where the board is behind you. Where you put all the strings.
So the Travis said the fall off might be about Kendrick, and Matt said, "What if the fall off is their collab album?" Man, I don't think that's possible. You can't just release a track officially without somebody's permission. But he could easily leak a track. He could easily leak recordings that they have. That's what I'm saying. If he knows something that J. Cole don't know, but J. Cole's getting on everybody's stuff, everyone's stuff.
Exactly.
So why he would have gotten on? He would have released a record with Kendrick. Like, you think J. Cole's the one stopping the track from coming out? Like a single track? I don't think so. Even if he got washed, he was willing to do it on the Black Friday. So why if it was just I'm afraid of getting washed, I don't think he would have been afraid of that. Because if it's produced by him too, even if he got washed on every song, then he's the havoc of the situation. And if it's a classic album and the beats are still fire, it still promotes him. So he said that in an interview as well. He said, "I want this to promote my producing, side too. I want to make albums with Nas and albums with other of my idols who, I could do that with this, and then people will hear my tracks and want to catch beats from me." So he said that. So either Kendrick came to him and said, "I don't want to rap with you, you trash," or Kendrick ran away because he's scared. It's one or the other.
I mean, he does, he implies that he's faking the background. So what is it? Is you think he's like he ducking him, maybe not answering his texts, hasn't been answered, or at that time he did that. Maybe he acts real different in the background. Maybe it really is all about the money or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Hey,
this nigga got ghostwriters. That's it. He got ghostwriters.
I don't know. I can't jump out there. No, he's writing for other people. From I don't know if that's.
He got ghostwriters, man. That's it.
I mean, that would.
All right, I think this is well done, man.
That would be career ending if it was, but.
So we got some time on here, man.
He said that people fake progressive and woke. Like I said, I feel like that's that Kendrick. I don't think he believes he is who he says he is. So, yeah, man. But what else? What else we got to talk about?
We done gone into this for a little bit, man. What you think is gonna happen next, man? What you think is going on this weekend, B-Dog? You're not gonna be at the thing this year. What's happening? What's happening at the show?
That's tough to say because he released this in a perfect time. He could perform his song.
He gonna perform the song. If the crowd gonna be like screaming for it.
Yeah.
You at Dreamville Fest. That's J. Cole people. I mean, man, that's the time to do it to the big reaction.
Yeah.
He can do 3 or 4 of the songs. I don't know what songs he'll do. I'm sure he'll do a few of them. But I'd be shocked if he didn't do one of them. Is Drake gonna pop up with him?
That would be fire. They did first person shooter or something like that. That's possible too. Drake released his diss there. I don't know. It could be all kinds of things happen.
I saw that some people said that this only half of 7 minutes, so Drake got the other 3 minutes.
I don't even know. Well, that's possible, but I think the 7-minute drill is just that's how
he made it.
Yeah, how he made it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's what I said too. But like I said, I just don't know, man. Is that the time to roll out the next phase? We know that. Is it better to have something more, knowing that they coming out next week with, or Future at least coming out with more? Is Drake gonna come out and do some Future diss? Is Drake gonna come out with him at all? Are they gonna show? Are they gonna stay together? Are they gonna be separate with their beef response? Is Drake gonna hide? What's gonna happen?
I think strategically, it's always better to wait. So if I'm J. Cole, I'm not releasing another song until Kendrick says something. If I'm Drake, I'm waiting until this Future project comes out to see if he says something again, and then I go. It's always better going second. So I just say wait and see what happens. But if you got something in the chamber, let it go.
But if he
now hold on, Drake. They diss Drake now. Drake has to, he hasn't responded. And I don't think he has the same time frame as some people saying he got to respond in days. But they made a whole album about you and about to come out with a sequel album also about you. So, or at least the title implies that there's maybe more disses. We don't know. So it sounds like, I don't know how much waiting I'll be doing. I might have a couple of things come out maybe. Like I said, he could come out, perform something, never drop it. For the fest, things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
He could. All right, so he could be waiting to see what they say in the next album before he responds.
Yeah.
He could also they could also not want to do the beef together. Maybe Drake's like you
That's what I'm
got
saying.
J. Cole and then I'll just do the Future stuff. I thought that if Drake was gonna be there, why not just put him on the flyer for the Dreamfield Fest?
Oh,
They
to
always
me, the
have
best thing
special guests
about
at
festivals,
festivals. Yeah,
yeah, the best
that's
thing
the best
about
part.
festivals is when random people pop out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with
when
that.
some random person pop out and you at the show and you already like the lineup is already fire, and then somebody else come out, it's like a moment. You remember
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
definitely.
Imperial Stats says he should have already deleted it, man. Imperial Stats, you really think this? We were talking in the comments, man. You really think this album sucks? I don't really understand that because there's a lot of dope tracks on here. The people who feel like J. Cole needs to rap on different beats, he's rapping on different beats. He's flowing. He's got songs where he's energetic, like Ready. He's hungry on Ready. I mean, like P.I. He's got disses. If you only talking about
These bars, some of the bars of the year on this album.
right. P.I. Imperial Stats is the actual diss. Everyone says that 7 Minute Drill is the diss song. That's not it. P.I. His last verse on
I
P.I.
do.
That's the diss.
So as soon as we ended our pod, this thing came out. I was so upset too,
Yep.
because like, man, I was so hyped. Couldn't go to bed after that. But when he released the songs on YouTube, he did put 7 Minute Drill was the first song to come out. So I think like J. Cole, I think has a great plan for what is gonna happen. I think he's in control of the whole situation, honestly. I think he has a perfect overview. He could talk to Drake to know when Drake's gonna drop. They ain't gotta step on each other's toes. Like I just think J. Cole has the upper hand in this whole situation.
Yeah.
Between these disses right now, I do think, but that's because Kendrick gave him a verse and he had the whole
Time.
type of, he has a whole bunch of album with a bunch of disses throughout.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what Future and them did to Drake. So that's why I was saying I feel like Drake should have some kind of response. I feel like he should have featured on one of these songs on here, or have something somewhere ready to go. I don't know how, but when. I think he should release something before they do another album, and it could be a light one like this. Like, hey, this is just a warning, but Future mad because I got with the girls. What's wrong with you, Future? Or whatever. I don't know what this would be. I don't know why Metro mad. Whatever the beef reasons are. Like, I don't think this is. I think you are very much. Y'all are great haters, man. I think this is a good hate in the chat, man. Like come on, you can't say that Kendrick and Cole are mid when they're basically the top of their generation. I mean, look, I don't think they're the greatest rappers ever, but mid, I think that's a little harsh.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
that's
Mid,
ridiculous.
we sometimes we use the word mid too much. I mean, if they mid, then who's at the top? I mean, Ransom. I would say is better. I mean, you could say Marcy, you could say Conway, you could say, but like, how many names are you gonna get to before you get to J. Cole, like or Kendrick? Yeah, so I just don't get like how you could say that they're both mid.
They
Yeah.
have great careers in hip hop. They have great careers. These people have multiple #1 albums, multiple Grammys, multiple whatever measurement you want to use.
Great verses,
Yeah, versus. I mean, I don't want to sit up here and just be like honest. I hate, but like I feel like my hate is rooted in truth. Like I'm not just up here like, oh, I don't like his hair.
Oh,
He's trash. Like I
yeah.
think it's Cole don't got no great albums. I don't think he has classic albums. I don't know if I say no great albums, but I think he has a couple really, really good albums. I just don't think that they're classics as others do. So to me, he's mid. There's other rappers who are great MCs who rap great and don't have that. And I don't think anyone's sitting up there saying Jada Kiss is mid. Or, there's others. It's not the only ones. Everybody don't. Busta Rhymes don't have, to me, the classic catalog like that. There's other people, I just don't. I don't know if I would say that they're mid, especially in this modern time when the generations are. These dudes clearly, to me, are above these people of the generation.
Yeah.
Right.
If they mid, then these other niggas trash.
Yeah,
trash.
A great three-way beef, man. This is literally, I mean, how many other times you seen this? This is Biggie, this and Nas. This is Jigga and Nas going back and forth for their times. Are they as good as them? I don't think so. But to many others, they're up there. We seen these lists. They put Kendrick at the top. They put in top 10 Kendrick. So these are top rappers, man. I don't like I said. As much as we hate all these dudes, I think this is the top type beef. This is the type of beef you get excited for and do Saturday morning episodes on.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And I think this is vital for Cole. He has to win this beef, whatever the next round is. If he doesn't win this beef, dramatically, like he needs to drop it. He has to, have some kind of bomb, like he's saying. He's not going to be a top 25 rapper in Legacy. Like he won't be there, right?
The other thing.
If he does win, then I feel like he cements his place as a legend.
And I see a lot of people saying like he is bad for him to attack Kendrick's albums. That's a strategic move, man. That's a chess move.
Definitely.
You attacking your opponent's strength. His perceived strength is how great his albums are. Well, now to me, you are bringing questions to some of those albums. You are reducing that to bring him closer to your level. You're reducing his greatest strength. Like I said, I think that's a strategic move. Since I agree, I think it's effective. Clearly, other people don't think it's as effective, but I do think that is helpful to him, to Cole.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, Imperial says we talked all about the album discography stuff, man. You gotta rewind, man. Watch the whole thing. We went all the way through it. What you say? Got to say, B-Dog?
I was gonna say, man, this is what we never thought we were gonna get because these three, they seemed like at the beginning of their careers, they seemed like they were all so close. It seemed like we were never gonna get that beef. Then Cole and Kendrick seemed like they got close while Drake was rising on his own to a different level. Then Kendrick rose to that level. Cole was left behind. Then Cole got to that level, started hanging out with Drake, left Kendrick out because he stopped making music. So it just seemed like we were never going to get this to happen. And now that it finally has, it's just amazing to me. I love it. We haven't had a great beef in rap since Pusha T killed Drake, which was almost 10 years ago at this time, right? Maybe 8 years ago?
It was like 5 years ago. But still, I mean, that's the thing. Oh no, it was like 7 years ago, right? Was that?
I thought it was like 2016, maybe 2018. 2018, yeah.
So yeah, I think, like I said, I think this is make us pull up Cole albums, and you can clearly see. Yeah, I mean, look, we can talk about this some more on Thursday. I can't stay on here all day. Weekend's supposed to be family time during the middle of the day, man. My kid's still awake. I gotta go.
All right,
yeah,
all right,
for sure.
I will say just for the album thing, man. I do think. Do you say? Who's got the best album out of all of them? You say Good Kid, Mad City is the best album out of all of them. I think a lot of people would say that. My personal favorite out of all of them is Friday Night Lights.
Section 80. Section 80.
Section 80 is your favorite?
Yeah.
Might be.
Section 80 is my favorite, easily. After Friday, I would have Friday Night Lights and Section 80. That's what I was a big fan of both of them. Those came out like
around the same time.
I was listening to both of them a bunch. And then after that, it's, Good Kid, Mad City. And then I would have Born Center.
Damn is mid. Can we please make that clear that Damn is mid?
Damn is mid.
Damn is a good album. It is not a great album. Y'all got to stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ride around with that, man. Like I said, y'all listen to that. All right, never mind. Let's go ahead. We got to wrap this up soon, man.
Yeah, we get.
All right, so y'all catch y'all next time, man. It was fun. Thanks for joining in. Like, subscribe, man. Tell other people. I broke down. Nobody else is breaking down this beef like we did. So
ain't nobody doing it.
All right.
Saturday Emergency Pod. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Peace.